Right, the Splat roller is the most basic out of other rollers. This middleweight has pretty much middling ink efficiency and damage among them. And it can hit multiple targets right here. If you get the sweet spot of the range against lessers, you can hit many of them at the same time. The paint, it's not amazing for sure. Can work well enough to paint flopper zones at least. And there's no foot paint here, seeing this is also shared with most if not all of the other rollers. So what you wanna actually do to get your feet painted is like flick and then hold the button and walk forward, and then that is how you're gonna get paint under your feet. So rolling as long as no coax are getting in your way. You can just brush other chumps and small frays, or weak coax as well. And that is not... If it's like painted up like that, then just roll over it. Some other damage. I've done it right now. Far flicks might do that. You're just hitting like big shots, you might get far flicks and coax. Otherwise, if you get the extra direct, right there, it's a 2-shot, very close to it. What you can also do is just like stand really close to it and just hold the R, the roller down, and hit them very fast. However, there's some risk involved with that because you need to do this faster than the Kirk actually hits you with its attack. This can also be used against any other enemies that have even more HP. Which would be most notably big shots, of course. If you see a big shot walking toward the cannon and you're there, you can just put the roller down and hug it, get stuck in it, and you're gonna kill it really fast. That is nice. With eels, you can actually just roll at that hill from behind them. I cannot demonstrate this here in the testing range. But this also kills eels really fast. Not quite the same technique or anything. But still fast. And for scrappers, this getting the roller stuck in them does not really work, in my experience. What you instead wanna do is this combo. 1 flick, 2 flicks. What am I doing? 1 flick, 2 flicks, and then roll. However, the second flick, you need to not be too close with that. Yeah, I messed it up right there. I got knocked back a bit. You wanna be like this distance away, and then you can just put the roller down and roll straight into it, and that is usually your fastest way to stun Scrapper. It doesn't work for the shield though, because it has 600 HP, so you just wanna flick it that directly. You do not get the direct, I need to add a path. It hits. The directs. Vertical and horizontal both work. Horizontal usually from high ground, or if you're really close you can also do horizontals and then jump. Jump horizontals may or may not be good for hitting fish sticks as well. I'm not too sure about that, I haven't really tried it yet. I know it works with Big Swig. I do not currently know how the range of them compares. Anyway, you're always fine to just climb the thing. This is really good painting the fish stick, I'd say. Just get up and do horizontal flicks up there. Get it fast enough and you can throw some X then too. If some fish sticks are left with like some stray fly frays, let's just vertical flick those from the ground as well and hopefully get them. Alright, one word on wall paint that I made earlier. A little bit hard to... Actually, no, it's not hard to show you. There's that one high wall. Thing that you can do is something that some members of the community are calling the so-called gamer paint. So you can, like, drop like that. I messed it up here. Right again. Drop it like this. May or may not be harder to get it right in this game, I'm not sure. Basically, you can drop on high walls and then paint it like that. You can also do this on low walls. You have the roller down. Oh, even with the sight, apparently I didn't know that. Yeah, that makes sense. That is rollers would work in real life as well, I suppose. It's actually a lot of fun to use paint rollers in real life, let me tell you. Not as weapons though, just for literally painting walls. Ceilings. Maybe the ground if you have to. But I guess not. Okay, did I cover other bosses? Wait, no, I didn't cover Drizzlers. Yeah, with Drizzlers you also do this trick where you can get stuck inside it. Another thing you can do is when Drizzlers are like jumping towards you and landing, what you can do is like hit them with a vertical flick, then keep the roller down and camp them right where they're landing, and there is a good chance you might kill them with that, especially if they're like weak already. But you're at least dealing a lot of damage before you're gonna get ejected from it. If that isn't available, just get stuck in them, kill them with the torpedoes. With the flicks, the one cycle is really tight. I would say don't go for spamming unless you absolutely have to, because other things are bothering you and you're hitting those as well. You're also not gonna get the one cycle anyway. Right, lids, I believe I forgot to mention that one thing you can do with lids, of course, as long as there are no cohogs spawning under them, just roll under them to trigger them, roll out, and then jump on top of them. Then just do one of the ways to kill 500 HP targets again, which is combo, or just getting close and getting stuck. Of course, what's faster. Right, that I believe should cover other bosses. Goldies have 500 HP as well. Right now, stingers. We need to talk about stingers for sure. It is actually possible in Splatoon 3 to roll stingers. You want to have some kind of wall or slope or anything right next to the stinger the roller would interact with. Like if there's a wall, I can unfortunately not show it here, but the roller needs to be touching the wall and the stinger at the same time. And then you are killing the stinger really fast with the roller. The other option is to have some kind of slope or ledge or anything next to it. Then you wanna be standing at any elevation that is either over the stinger space or slightly under it even. Then you will also be killing the stinger really fast, that is how I understand it. So yeah, either a wall or some kind of elevation change. You are not where the stinger is, really. I could be wrong there. I have sometimes managed to make it work even same elevation, but pretty much nothing near it. I don't know, it's like really tricky. Yeah, anyway, the good news is it's totally possible to kill rollers fast with stingers. To kill stingers fast with rollers. However, when you're failing that, something else that you can do is click at the stinger off center. Like aim your reticle or whatever to call it, the middle between two parts. Hit it off center like I'm hitting the dummy here. Then you are pretty likely to hit two parts at the same time with it and knock out those two parts. Throwing a bomb at it might also help to make double parts easier, because less of your pellets actually need to hit the part to knock it out. You know, again, double parting is not exactly consistent. Just hit off center and you're gonna get some eventually. Right, those should be other bosses. Then there's to say about night waves. First up seeking, you can stand in front of the Goldie and just some left and right motion with a control stick. You like basically get stuck in front of the Goldie, hopefully. Although when the Goldie is turning, you actually need to correct with that. It's really hard to explain. It's best to show it in gameplay and mess around with that instead. And some places it's easy and some places it's harder as well. But whenever there's not a Goldie out, focus on clearing out lessers. Don't spend too much energy on actually finding the Goldie, I'd say. Just prepare to be ready for it when it's there and deal a whole lot of damage to it. One of the best weapons for seeking, of course. In Rush, similar thing. When I just stand somewhere close to basket and your teammates to stand behind you. Yeah, right, I should show something here. Right now I'm holding no button whatsoever, I'm just keeping the roller down. What happens? Dealing no damage. This is definitely not what we want. So what you wanna do instead is hold forward ever so slightly, like this. I got knocked away far enough to not hit it. This again. Holding forward. I didn't hold forward quite enough. I really wanted to show it in a way where I'm not moving at all, but I can do this very slowly and then you actually do have a damaging hitbox out there. Champs are just gonna die to it. However, try to not stand on slopes, I have been told. If you're standing on slopes, then champs can clip through the roller and kill you. Don't stand on slopes, stand on flat ground. Goldie damage, of course, should be 125. So what you want is your teammates to ideally hit the Goldies before they're reaching you, else they're just gonna push you back a bunch. They can of course not show here. That is how roll on rush works. Then special note on map like Sockeye Station, if the team absolutely refuses to get behind you and stuff like play on Spiral or something, you can consider just flicking at the rush early. To spawn Goldies faster and comes early and stuff. Yeah, ideally you want everyone just to be at basket on Sockeye and behind the roller. It's gonna be really easy then. And if you are on low quota, you can do the Spiral thing as well, but high quota definitely doesn't work anymore. Because throwing X costs a whole lot of ink that you just do not have in Rush. Right, gorillas, you may have expected it. Be close to the gorilla, cause small fries after it's stunned. Before it's stunned, you can help with stunning. You can even hit it like from behind. From the front, I mean. Just not sure if I can show it here. And let's say the gorilla's approaching and you can vertical flick and you can hit its tail like that. Not gonna do a whole lot of damage because it's just a Splat roller. There's a different roller that deals a lot of damage with that, so worth remembering. And then of course Mud Mouth, Focus Lessers, Small Fries and Champs most notably. But you can also do Coax if the weapon comp does not have anything better for it. Like a good blaster or a charger or something. Then it's your job too. Right, and that is pretty much everything about the Splat roller.